Imagine for a moment that you are a young woman in the 1890s living in Chicago. You have just met the most handsome man that you have ever seen. His name is Herman Webster Mudgett, but he prefers to go by H. Holmes. He is charming, sophisticated, and educated, with degrees in both medicine and law. Holmes quickly begins to romance you, and before long you are madly in love. He takes you to meet his friends, and they all seem to like you very much. They are a quirky bunch, though. There is something odd about them. They all seem overly interested in anatomy and the macabre, but you just put that down to their unique personalities, after all. You are in love with a man who may just be the most handsome devil that has ever lived. Fast forward a few months and you find yourself growing more and more suspicious of your lover. His friends have stopped inviting you to their gatherings, and Holmes has started coming home late, reeking of perfume and with mud on his boots. You begin to suspect that he has been unfaithful, so you follow him one day. You see him enter a building and hide in a room next door to catch a glimpse inside. What you see makes you sick to your stomach. Holmes is standing over a table covered in a white sheet holding a scalpel. When he notices you watching, he waves and beckons you over. Hesitantly, you approach the table and he pulls the sheet away. Underneath it is the body of a young woman. She is missing a heart and several other organs. Holmes smiles at you and says, "My dear, you won't tell anyone about this, will you?" You scream and run away, but he is quick and soon catches up to you. "Where are you going?" "I haven't shown you the best part yet," he says. Before you can respond, he drugs you and carries you back to the building. This is where he lives, or at least it seems to be a house, but there are strange sounds coming from inside. As he opens the door, you notice that it is filled with strange contraptions, cages, and instruments. Some of the rooms look like laboratories and others like torture chambers. Holmes must be a scientist of some kind, but what is he experimenting with? And where are all the people? Are they his victims? Holmes must be a serial killer. But how many women has he murdered? And will you be his next victim? H. Holmes was an American serial killer, con man, and architect. He was active in the 1890s and is believed to have killed at least 27 people, though the true number may be much higher. Holmes was born in 1861 in New Hampshire, and from an early age showed signs of being a psychopath. He was arrested several times for petty crimes, and at one point was sent to an insane asylum, after he tried to murder his own father. Holmes was released from the asylum and went on to study medicine and law, although he never finished either degree. Instead, he began working as a criminal, using his charm and good looks to con money out of people. It was during this time that he met and befriended a group of wealthy businessmen who shared his interest in science and the occult. Together they formed a club which they called the Mystic Circle. Holmes used his influence in the group to swindle its members out of large sums of money. But this was not enough for him. He wanted more. In 1891, Holmes moved to Chicago and began planning his most ambitious scheme yet. He purchased a large mansion in the city's murder-incorporated district and filled it with bizarre contraptions, cages, and torture devices. Holmes then began luring victims to the house by posing as a wealthy bachelor looking for a wife. Once inside, however, he would drug them and then either kill them outright or keep them captive for ransom. Holmes was eventually caught and sentenced to death by electric chair. Before his execution, he confessed to 27 murders, but it is believed that he actually killed many more than this. Now, it's time for you to make your move. Will you escape while you still can, or will you become H. Holmes's next victim? Click here to find out.